My friend D'Artagnan and I like to bring our family and get out in the woods, out in the forest, as long as we're not able to do our usual things and gather with other people. Forests are wonderful. The trees smell great. The air smells cleaner. Do you know why the air smells so much cleaner? It's because all of the carbon dioxide that we breathe out, the trees are breathing in. And they're collecting all pollutants, bacteria, and everything, and breathing out pure oxygen. That's why the air always smells so much better in the woods. Today we're in Anderson Landing Preserve Forest. Did you know you can tell how old a forest is by the kind of trees that are growing in it? This tree is an alder tree. Alders are one of the youngest trees in a forest. When you're in a forest made up of mostly alder trees, you're in a young forest. Cedar trees are some of the oldest forest trees. So if you see a lot of cedar trees in the forest, you know that you're in a very old forest. If you pay attention, you can see all sorts of interesting things in the forest. This tree, for example, has been being eaten by woodpeckers. You can see the different holes that they've dug in order to find grubs and bugs. You can also tell the age of trees and of forests by the size of the trees. The one in the foreground is a lot younger than the one in the background. Today, I'm at Blakely Harbor Park, walking through the woods, noticing the young alder, and ahead of me is an older maple. It's a nice mixed forest, very diverse. Oh, next to the maple, we have a Douglas fir. Here's the leaves on a young alder. Lots of ferns. It's not a very dense forest, but it looks like a pretty healthy one. Here I am on the trail from Blakely Harbor to Fort Ward. You'll see that this is a much older forest than some of the ones that we've looked at. This one's got a lot of large Douglas firs and quite a few of the older cedars. So while this is not large enough, the trees are not large enough to be old growth, this is definitely a later successional forest. You'll see lots of fir and cedar and some maple, but you're not going to see very much in the way of alder. That's because this is an older forest. The alder trees have fallen to make room for the cedars and the firs. You'll notice also that the understory is mostly ferns. Here's another big cedar. I hope you're enjoying these little snippets. This is a nice little section of the Blakely Harbor Fort Ward Trail. We have a large maple with lots of moss growing on it and lots of knobs and knots. And just a little bit further down the trail, we have a cedar and a Douglas fir growing right next to each other. In fact, as you look up, you'll see that the cedar is holding up the fir.